Hi, I'm Dr. Christine Horner, and today we're going to talk about obesity. Do you know that obesity has increased at an exponential rate in the United States? 66% of adults are overweight and about a third of our children are. So why is this happening? Well, the obvious thing that we look at is that we're eating too many things, too many of the wrong things, and not getting enough exercise, which is absolutely true. But some things that you might not think about that are contributing to the obesity epidemic are not getting enough sleep and going to bed too late. So what researchers have found is that if we stay up to midnight, our risk of obesity is twice as high as it is if we go to bed by 10 o'clock. Well, why is that? We have what's called circadian rhythms that have to do with the day and the night. And at nighttime, our cells actually shut down so that they can rest and they can purify. If you eat around midnight or even after 10 o'clock or so, our cells are in a resting state. And so instead of taking the nutrients in, everything just goes to fat. So you could say, gee, I'm exercising, I'm not eating excessively, but if you find that you're staying up way too late and eating your meals too late, that can be one of the culprits. Another source, which we don't think about very often, is from toxins. So there was a very interesting study that was done a number of years ago that found that all the different kinds of environmental toxins that we have, certain pesticides and herbicides, that they can cause weight gain. They did studies with rats where they took rats and exposed them to these pesticides. They had another group of rats that did not get exposed to it. The ones that were exposed to the pesticides, they cut their calories in half and they were still fatter than the rats who were not exposed to the pesticides. Since then, there actually have been a number of human studies that show that these toxins are something that definitely can contribute to the obesity epidemic. So one of the most important things that you can do is detoxification, which I'm going to be talking about in another video. And finally, keeping your stress levels down are extraordinarily important because with stress, our cortisol levels go up. Cortisol makes our cells more insulin resistant, and there's a whole lot of complicated reactions that actually have us hold on to our fat. Belly fat, of all the different kinds of fat that we have, is the most dangerous type of fat because it's considered hormonally active. So what that means is it's producing hormones and it's producing proteins that create inflammation. So by definition, if you're overweight and have belly fat, you've got your body in a pro-inflammatory state. Inflammation is something that contributes to every single chronic disease, which is why we see all these different diseases that are elevated in people that are obese.